My name's Jeanette Francis. I'm a 63-year-old senior citizen of Australia. I've never been out of Australia. I've spent a number of years in public service in Australia as an elected member of my local government. I've studied nursing. I've worked in an office doing computer work. I taught myself how to build computers in the 1980s, and I had a successful business for a number of years. I've been subjected to illegal practices by Freemasons who wanted to protect the identity of their fellow Freemasons who had been participating in child sex crimes in the 1960s, 70s and 80s. And that's what's led up to me being surgically raped in the 1990s. My Australian government in 2019 would rather see me dead than admit that I was surgically raped because of pedophilia in Australian government. This is the battle that I'm facing. The number of sadistic politicians and public officers and medical personnel in capital cities of Australia, in Adelaide and Sydney at least, I can't say all of them, but I certainly know those two capitals, would rather just call me or label me as a mental health patient rather than admit that you can see the foreign items in MRI that are published on my website, rather than admit that you can see all the evidence. There's a plethora of evidence to prove that I've been surgically raped or medically battered, to make it nicely. But if you can call anything like that nice. But I've gone to the police, they've ignored me. I've gone to the ministers, they've ignored me. I've gone to the Prime Minister, they've ignored me. Number of Prime Ministers. I've gone to a number of Premiers, they've ignored me. I've gone to the Directors of Public Prosecution, State and Federal, they've ignored me. Basically, I went to the Supreme Court in Adelaide with evidence, and they lied about the evidence that I presented and throughout my statement of claim. So despite the myriad of laws that are supposed to protect Australians, I've been abandoned in my own country. Never been out of this country. So all the things that have gone wrong have to be blamed on Australia, but they've abandoned me. They've basically set me adrift and not giving me any health care. Even the last couple of doctors I've gone to have refused to treat me for emphysema. So basically they want to kill me. They don't want me to live. They don't want me to live to tell the story. They don't want a living witness to the crimes that have occurred in government in Australia involving human trafficking, because obviously it's human trafficking if they're selling me off for medical experiments, and child sex crimes. This is what's happening in 2019 in Australian government.